So for fiance and spouse visa interviews, specifically in Mexico, there have been some recent updates, just recently announced about a week ago on the Department of State website. And so we wanted to make sure we updated all of you with exactly what these updates are. Typically, we don't do country specific updates, but Mexico is such a high volume consulate. They are the highest volume in the world. They have so many cases and one of the longest backlogs. And so, what we are seeing, what they're doing, the announcement that's made, it's really important for those of you who are going through an immigration process through a consulate, through the US Embassy or consulate in Mexico. But it's also indicative of some changes we're seeing and we're hoping to see in other consulates across the world as consulates in the Department of State and Immigration is adapting to COVID and the changes that we've all experienced over the past year. So there was a recent announcement on the Department of State website or the US Embassy or US Consulate website rather. And I will post the links below for those of you who are watching this on the replay on the YouTube channel. If this information is helpful to you, please give the video a thumbs up because this is really important information we want to share, not just with individuals going through the embassy or the consulate in Mexico, but also hopefully changes we'll see for other consulates as well. So the announcement there's two parts to this. The first part is that, and this is pulled from the official language on the announcement, is that the U.S. Consulate General in Ciudad Juarez has resumed routine immigrant visa operations and that they're scheduling thousands of socially distanced interviews. So this is great. These are the kind of announcements that everybody's waiting for at all U.S. embassies and consulates, across the world. We're hoping that things can resume to normal. All of us want that very much. And so this is a great announcement that they are working on resuming routine, normal processing to start moving cases. And we are definitely seeing that is true. Again, the U.S. consulate in Mexico is very high volume. It's already had a very long line, a backlog, and COVID just aggravated the backlog. But really, this is great. We are seeing the individuals who had previously had interviews scheduled and then canceled right before COVID, March through June of about 2020, that they are working on getting through those. So we are seeing interviews being scheduled. And we're hoping now with the routine, that they're resuming these routine processing, that we will all start seeing more and more interviews being scheduled. We know that there's still going to be a long wait. So this is great. This is good news. It doesn't mean you'll necessarily get an interview, tomorrow or the next week. It really depends on when your case was documentarily qualified, how long you've been in line. But this is good news. Hopefully we'll see more and more interviews being scheduled. The other part to this, the other really great part of the announcement is with regards to fiance visa applicants. So we've had a lot of people in our Facebook group who are going through a process, spouse and fiance visa through Mexico. And so we've had a lot of people asking, they're really excited. Is this good news? What does it mean? And so for K visa applicants, they are actually made an announcement that they are going to be scheduling fiance visa interviews for K1 visa applicants in Mexico City. So this is great news because previously, all interviews for fiance visas, spouse visas, family visas, everything went through the U.S. consulate in Ciudad Juarez. And with Mexico being so high volume, with having so many people in line for interviews, having just one location where all of those interviews occurred really just aggravated that backlog. And then with COVID, it just got worse. And so this is a step in the right direction. This is great news that the fiance visa applicants will be able to have interviews in a separate location. So hopefully that will help not just fiance visa applicants to have interviews, but it'll free up the resources for officers that are at Ciudad Juarez in consulate in Mexico so they can also process more cases there. So some of the questions we were receiving from individuals who are K1 fiance visa applicants is, I wrote on my application that I would be processing in Ciudad Juarez, that's where I'd have my interview. Do I need to make any changes? Do I need to notify immigration? You don't have to do anything. You just need to wait for a decision on your case, and you'll just need to wait for the National Visa Center to let you know if you're a K-1 visa applicant when you can begin the next steps for the process, and they will let you know where your interview will be. But hopefully this is good news. Hopefully this will mean that things will be moving a little bit faster, not just for individuals from Mexico. This is applicable in the sense that it's indicative, or it shows rather, that the Department of State and Immigration is trying to adapt and change, as I said, to everything that's happened over the past year. And so hopefully we'll see other U.S. embassies and consulates taking similar steps and trying to find creative ways, unique ways to have interviews in other places to get things moving, because we know all of you just want to have your interviews and you want to be able to be together and start your lives in the United States. So I think this is some really great news, and we'll keep you posted as we know more.